I'm Derek.
I'm Jack.
We're from Falling in Reverse, and you're watching Fret 12.
I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to find her staring in my face. The feel of mortal stock and still reverberates.
I just have the EVH3 head, and all I have is noise gate, a delay for my solos, and a boost for my solos, and that's it. Like, just going straight in, basically.
He used the EVH3 head as well, and then the Framus, what is it called?
The Dragon?
The Dragon. The Framus Dragon, and then I just keep it simple. I just got a noise gate in the effects loop, a noise gate in the Guitarists end, and then also a OD808 overdrive pedal, and that's on the whole time pretty much, and that's the whole thing.
Set, like a little bit.
Yeah, pretty much just to color the tone. Don't add a whole lot of gain to it, but.
Yeah, I have to have 24 frets. If I don't have, I'm like Zoolander, how he can't look left. I can't play like a 22 fret. Like I can't, because it confuses me. Like, because I've been playing 24 frets so long, so I have to have that. And yeah, I mean for Falling in Reverse, these EMGs, we both do because like the breakdowns, like a lot of breakdowns and stuff when drop C. But so yeah, I guess for Falling in Reverse, just like EMGs and 24 frets. For me, I'm not that picky.
Mine, it's just like I prefer anything with an unpainted or unfinished neck on it. So my Charvel guitars are like perfect. They just nice wood on the back, feels great. I don't get sticky or like, yeah, just eliminates all the mess of being all sweaty on stage. So. Oh
yeah, I have paint. The back of my neck's painted because I just don't sweat. I don't know why like at all. Like the whole band will be drenched and I'll just be like fine. I don't know why. It's really weird.
My opinion, I like just passive humbuckers. Like my favorite are probably like the JBs by Seymour Duncans. But I mean, we use EMGs because it gives it a little bit more metal bite to it, and then like it kind of gives a little bit more clarity to the note since it's like so overdriven, I guess. I mean, as long as you keep the gain back a little bit. But what do you prefer?
Yeah, like what he said. But it's like before I was in this band, I played shows and stuff. I was in bands, but I only had like a little practice amp. Like my whole life, I never had like a amp stack or anything. I never tried different pickups. So like, and I would just play like my dad's guitars. So like, I never like, I'm only just kind of still learning about gear now. Okay. But yeah, but I always like Tommaso Evolutions. But half of the reason of that is because you can get like purple ones and shit. Sorry, half the reason. But yeah, no, I like EMGs because it's just like easy to get like high gain and like, give it clarity. We'll just kind of be in practice and we'll just kind of throw it together like last minute.
Yeah, we kind of just like, yeah, this one like, could go right after this one.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, this is literally just like that.
What's your favorite song to play?
Goodbye Graceful.
Yeah, that's my favorite song to play too. I don't think there's like a single song that's like, we're like, damn it, we gotta play this on stage.
Yeah, like, I like playing it, but I don't really know what to do with myself. It's like, Caught Like a Fly. Because it's like the waltz one, and I don't know like what to do with myself.
It's a little like...
I like how I move on stage. Yeah. Like, Goodbye Graceful, you can work out whatever, but that one kind of like,
yeah.
But I like playing it. Yeah, well, I always had, when I was younger, I used to make the most unrealistic schedules, and they'd be like 14 hours long, and I'd stick them on my walls. But I can't keep it, it's like so unrealistic, you can't like have a life and do it. But so I kind of realised over time that kind of practice what you're working on at the time. Like, I like obviously keep like the essential stuff in there, like your scales or your sight reading or anything like that in there, but like so say if let's say if I'm working on like harmonic minor modes or something, then I'll stick with that until I've like nailed it. Mm-hmm. like don't just add it in. I'm just gonna do that 10 minutes of my schedule. Just keep going with it, and just make that your main focus at that point if you're playing. But I would, when I was younger, I used to print out all the scales and stuff like that, and I'd stick them across my bedroom wall. I'd start there, and then go across to my whole wall, and then I'd have like an office chair, and I'd sit there and work on that part, and then move across the wall. I had like my practice schedule like literally stuck on my wall. If you went in my room when I was a kid, you'd think I'm crazy, just because I had like all these like scales and formulas, all this crazy stuff across my walls. But yeah, I would just say pick out the important parts that you really want to improve at the time, then get them down, and then move on to other stuff, and always practice something that you don't know, because you can get better and better at something that you can do, but just keep expanding it.
My practice regimen right now is just having him around, pretty much. It's like, all right, what are you doing? But before, like when I was growing up, it was kind of like I kind of taught myself how to play guitar instead of like going to get taught. So it was I would pretty much just sit down with the radio and try and play the song while it was on the radio, and that because it's not like you can like repeat the song, so it was like just try and bust your ass to try and like get the song down. And it got to the point where I could literally just like train my ear, listen to a song, play it off the radio, and just play it like song after song after song, like every song that came on the radio. And then started like getting albums and just learning whole albums and like techniques and stuff like that. So pretty much just ripping off like a whole bunch of bands for the last like decade.
Do you mean like AxeFx and stuff like that?
Thing, yeah.
Yeah, like AxeFx, even anything down even just to like line 6.
You know what, like I would say I love like that classic, like just having like a real amp behind you, but I played on that thing and I produced a studio. It's so sick. It's so good. So like I'm like all for it, because I mean if it sounded bad then I'd be like yeah, but it doesn't. It sounds awesome. So
Nice.
I think a little bit different. I think you can get like a way better tone out of like an amp. I mean, it's going to cost you more for all like the things that you need to just get the one single amp sound, but if you focus on it, it's definitely going to sound way better than just a preset on a dial. No, I used to use like PV6505,
Nice.
but with this band we hooked up with EVH, so we've just been using those, and like the Framus mix well with the EVH too.
Oh,
So
and
it's
then
like
I love
Yeah.
my EVH so much. I love my EVH. That's just a Jackson soloist, but how I got that, we were doing a photo shoot for our EVH amps, and I took on the catalog, and then Mike Tempesto, he's our artist relations guy at Jackson and Charvel. He literally was going through the warehouse, and he was like, oh, they don't put these out anymore. We were just gonna like leave it in the warehouse. Do you want it? If you want it, it's yours. I'm like, hell yeah. And he just gave it to me, and I was like, cool. So yeah, that's where I got that from. So I'm sorry I haven't seen any in the stores, but yeah, that's where I got that. But I guess you can just get some green spray paint and do your thing.
And what's your favorite guitar?
Right now, it's the Star. I played the Star on Warped Tour, and I am playing a different color Star on this tour from Charvel. I don't know, for live I like it a lot. I mean, I've always liked the guitars since I've started playing them, and it's just like, they just sent me out one too that like I haven't been able to play live yet, but it's their new Pro Stock series that hasn't like really hit shelves or anything yet, but I've played on it a little bit. It's pretty awesome.
The whole thing is crazy. Like the band has the craziest story ever. Like Ronnie was in a band called Escape the Fate. He had an album that came out in like 2006. So I was like 17, and that was like one of my favorite albums when I was a kid. So I was a big fan. Then the old bass player for this band was like running the MySpace and stuff like that for Falling in Reverse before it was like even Falling in Reverse, and then Ronnie was in prison, and then I just literally, it was right before MySpace died, I sent like an email on it and said, hey, I'll fly out to America and play guitar for you guys, because like back home I didn't really have anything going on, and they were like had me playing and stuff, and they're like, yeah, cool, come out. So I came out, and then that's how I joined. And then I made friends with Derek while I was out in America, and I would like stay at his house and we'd like go and party and stuff. And then we like made friends, and he was also friends with our bass player, so we got Derek. And plus it's because you were in the Agony scene, and Lonnie loved the Agony scene too, right?
Yeah, I toured with a band called the Agony Scene, and then you were a fan of my old band, so that's how I even met you, because you just showed up at like one of my shows or whatever.
Oh, no, I showed up at your house.
Well, yeah, because Mason, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then, anyways, but yeah, that's how we all met, and then we had an old bass player, Micah, that Jacky knew of.
Yeah, he was in a band called Solidor. That's one of my favorite bands, so I love power metal so much. And Mikey came in, but it's no longer with us, but we're still friends. And then Ronnie knew Ryan from touring.
Like, touring back in the day.
Yeah, Ryan
like
was in a band called Iron Geist. And so was Ryan, our new bass player. He was in Iron Geist too. So yeah, we just kind of gathered together.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, it's like really super simple. That's the way I keep it, just so nothing can go wrong. It's just like...
I just have it simple because I like knowing it better.
I've kind of just operated like that forever, just like the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what I mean? It's just like, you got an amp, you got a noise gate so you don't like squeal all the time, and then you got an overdrive pedal, and that's it. Like, other than like a tuner. So, it's like all amp for me, pretty much, and just stylistically playing.
Yeah, I'm literally just going straight in. Like, I have a noise gate and delay for solos and that's it.
Yeah, you should have like a boost pedal and like that's about it.
There's
It's
no
like
nice secrets, nothing like that. Pretty much every other show, yeah. Well, no, not this tour. Like, well, the first tour we didn't have any techs, and like so I was kind of like responsible for myself. Which is, I should never be responsible for myself.
Well, and it's like also at the same time, it's like I think we got some of like the first heads that EVH put out. Yeah. So it's like with the foot pedals, they like flip the effects loop sometimes for some reason. So when the light's on the pedal, it's like actually off, and then when the light's off, it's actually on, and then like this is before we even got row cases or anything. So like we're like hauling our stuff around and like
that's probably why they
like
were
backpacks
like that.
and stuff, and like it was like, oh god, and then like we had like some pretty cheesy wirelesses that would just like stop working at times, and like
now you still have that?
No
wait, I've had so much, like, I kind of like made a loom for myself, like, because I have like my delay pedal and I have like a boost for the solo, so but I need them in the front of stage so I can hit the pedals, but I have this like loom coming out and then going into the back of my amp, and I kind of made it myself and wrapped it together with like gaff tape, and like that used to go out all the time, and like I'd be playing and like it would just stop working, and there's like parts where we'd like throw our guitars behind our head, and like it was like some of our fast shows and stuff like that, like some of this like the springs, like my first Jackson that they gave me, it was like someone owned it before, so when I threw it behind my head, the springs came out the back, and then the whole Floyd Rose like collapsed. I'm like, so yeah, like everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong to me, but I'm happy that it has, because it's made me know what precautions to take. That's my 24 tattoo, but they gave him vampire teeth. I was really mad about that. Like, you seen that show 24?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding, it's from The Lost Boys. But I have Keith Sutherland on my arm and I feel ridiculous. And I have Nightmare Before Christmas. And that's like AFI, because they were like one of the first bands that I really liked. And it's just like stupid, I don't know.
I don't really have much theme, it's just a bunch of random.
You have like, that's my favorite.
The chopped up girl on my hand. Got a Misfits tattoo.
I got Misfits too.
Some other junk. And then Taco Bell on my knucks.
That is true.
That is true.
Yeah, and
There's no shower on this bus. We had one for Warped Tour, which was like a blessing, like, because I don't even know what the hell you do on Warped Tour if there's no shower on your bus. You wait in like an hour and a half, like shower line, like every venue, I guess, or something. Like,
yeah.
I mean, these venues that were playing this tour, super easy to shower and like eat because there's either catering or buyout or whatever, and every venue has a shower that's pretty decent. So
I did actually poop on the bus on our first headliner. You didn't know that, but I did. Not like in the toilet, like in a bag, and then I threw it out. Stay in school.
I heard a knock upon my door the other day. I opened it to find her staring in my face.